Good morning, my beautiful followers. How's everyone doing this morning? Have my coffee. The most important part of my morning is just my warm coffee on a cold winter's day. I thankfully have power. I know many in Texas are still struggling with that, but I thankfully have power, can have coffee. So feeling grateful, feeling really blessed this morning that I got the power, I got the warmth, and I definitely have the coffee. Definitely have the coffee. But I was sitting here just enjoying really my morning, and I was thinking over a meme I saw yesterday, and then I actually, when I was watching a program because we have been inside because it's cold. It's cold and snowy. And so I was watching a program last night while I was doing a little bit of work, and the term true colors came up. And so when you hear the term somebody's true colors, what are you thinking of? Are you thinking of some dancing trolls in the Trolls movie? Are you thinking of Cyndi Lauper? Or are you thinking of the negatives of people? And that's really my topic for the day. As I read this meme, and this meme talked about why do we use the term true colors when we see somebody who has maybe stepped into their ego, stepped into their darkness, their shadow self, which we all have. But when somebody is being really giving, really loving, really consistently showing up for you, we don't go, that's their true colors. No, most of the time, outside of some Cyndi Lauper and Trolls movies, most of the time we hear the term true colors when we are angry at somebody, when we want to point out their negativity. So when we are upset at somebody, if somebody has stepped into, again, their shadow, ego, anything that we don't like, we go, I knew that those were their true colors. And then there's even this, I have a friend actually that's kind of a distant friend that will be like, once somebody shows you their true colors, believe it. And I'm like, but what part of their colors are you believing? What part are you deciding is their lie, is their personality, who they are, their life as a total? I'm struggling to talk today. In totality, where do we go? That color right there in this massive rainbow of colors, that is their true color. That gray right there, that is their true color. Forget that pink over there. Forget that green heart chakra color. Forget, this passionate, really vibrant, deep orange or red color. Forget that beautiful indigo where they're really connected. They're really intuitive. No. Focus on this gray color over here because that upset me. So that's their true color. That is what they should be defined by. And so it really got me thinking. Because the fact is we do this all the time. I hear it all the time of this is somebody's true colors. And so it comes down to a space of focus. Where are you focusing in? And not just a space of where are you focusing in on others, but where are you focusing in on yourselves? We have these beautiful rainbows of personalities. However, there are colors of every kind. The fact is there is the darkness. There is the shadow. We cannot avoid it. And yet, as humans, when we see somebody's darkness, we like to create this big fucking horrible party of, see, that's their true colors. See, they're horrible. See, they messed up. See, they made mistakes. I did a video on forgiveness yesterday, so if you did not catch that, head over. It's all based on some of Mother Teresa's work and writings. That was a book I'm reading right now, and it's really quite inspiring, but it goes into this topic a little bit more. But we like to focus in on when somebody falls down, when somebody makes a mistake, versus all these other beautiful times when somebody is really giving, really is heart-centered, is not manipulating, is not trying to get something from us, is really coming from a heart-centered space, is being authentic, is being in integrity. We like to focus in on these negatives and go, that's their true colors. The second they fall off of the stream, guess what? We have all the colors. Now, when we look inside, it's like, what are we seeing? Because that's oftentimes what we're projecting out to others. That is the colors, the true colors we are telling people are our colors. So if you are looking at yourself and you're like, oh, I didn't do this right, I didn't do that right, and I'm horrible at this, and you know, I still get in my ego there. If you're focused on that yourself, guess what? Those are the true colors that you are sending out to everybody else in your world. That is the energy that everybody is going to get from you. There is no way that other people will not feel that off of you, especially if you're being authentic. Especially if you're being authentic. But the fact is, energy don't lie. Energy is there. And so they will feel that, whether they consciously know it or not, they will feel that. Versus, even if somebody is in their heart space, if you're like looking at yourself and you're like, I'm awesome, I'm a good friend, I'm a good lover, partner, you know, I do good things. And not in a like massively boastful, like, I'm the best person in the whole entire planet. That's ego and narcissism at its finest. We can brag, we can be proud of ourselves. But if you're focused in on your good, if you're focused in on, no, I am a good person, no, I do good things, I love myself, then that is also going to spread out to others in your world. But I do ask you today, on top of looking at yourself, I want you to look at the people in your life. And when they do something helpful, loving, connective, when they are even neutral, do you make a big deal out of it? Do you go, you know, you're working hard, I see you working hard, like, good job, that's awesome, you know? Or even internally, do you look at them and go, wow, like, they're working hard, or like, that was really nice of them to go above and beyond for me, to really step in. You know, do you define that person by that? Or do you wait for the definition until that next shoe drops? And many people, we wait. And Brene Brown did a whole study on this, and you can go in and research some of her stuff, but most humans are waiting for the next shoe to drop. And so we don't define somebody until that shoe drops. Well, guess what? Once that shoe dropping, usually it means negativity. It means our darkest colors. Oftentimes that is our shadow, that is our ego. And nobody should be defined by their shadow. That is a piece of us. That is a piece in this massive rainbow of colors. But nobody should be defined only by that. Because guess what? If we have darkness, we have just the same amount of light within us. When we expand our dark, we expand our light. Guess what? That's how it goes. That is how our energy goes. And so it is really honoring both sides of that rainbow, all the colors. We don't look at a picture and go, I'm going to ignore all these other colors. I'm just going to focus in on the black. No, we look at the whole picture. We look at the whole thing. We go, wow, this is really beautiful. Like, the black is beautiful. The blue is beautiful. The greens, like, all together, it is gorgeous. We don't nitpick it apart. We don't go, oh, I wish we could take this blue completely off, and I wish we could cover up this black over here, and like, oh, this green, that's the true color of the picture. No, we look at the whole picture as in its entirety. So when you look at a human, why are you going, these are their true colors? Why are we defining people by one action, by one? Now, guess what? We can start to live in our ego. We can start to live in our shadow selves. You know, this is truth. Like, the fact is, I've known lots of people who I know have better energies inside of them, and they just haven't stepped into them yet. And at the end of the day, I had to disconnect and go, you know what? Right now, this person is living from their shadow. They're living from their ego. They're not living their authentic self, their whole self. They are really stuck in negativity. They're really stuck here, wherever that might be. They're stuck in depression. They're stuck in a place that I can't reach them. But I don't go, that's all they are. That's all they are. They are negative. They're hateful. They're whatever. We like to paint with big brushstrokes right now, and especially in our society at the moment, I'm seeing it more and more, and I've talked about this several times over the last few weeks. I'm seeing it more and more, these big brushstrokes and big big statements of that's who they are. I knew that's who they are. They're manipulative. And oftentimes those things are based on our own ego, our wounds, our own shit. It's based upon our expectations of somebody. So if we think everybody in our world is going to fuck us over, guess what? We will consistently be waiting for that color of fuck over. If we think somebody's loving and caring, we think the world is loving and caring, that's what we will see in others. That is what we will see in others, and that is what we will call into our world. So check where you're focusing in on. But back to my other point that right now we are trying to paint with big brush strokes. We're under a lot more stress. There's a lot more going on in the world with judgment, and so we are painting these massive brush strokes of colors over people and not wanting to look in the depth. There's a lot of wanting ease, and painting somebody with one color is ease. That creates ease, but it doesn't create connection. It doesn't create depth. It doesn't create anything but negativity in our world, and also a lack of wanting of being naive and not really truly wanting to see somebody. It creates naiveness of our fellow humans, because if we don't want to see different pieces of them and accept it all and seeing, this is their picture and it's beautiful. It's beautiful because it's their picture. It's who they are. Then that's ours. That's ours to hold. So my big message for the day really is look at how you're defining people. Look at how you're defining yourself. When you go, these are someone's true colors, are you really including the entire rainbow? Or are you just focused in on that darkness, that grayness, that browns, the ickiness? I don't like brown. I don't like the color brown. It's not my favorite color, but it might need to be part of a picture. You can't make a beautiful tree picture well, you could, but most beautiful tree pictures need a little bit of brown for a trunk. So sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's a piece of the picture. But where are you focused in on the picture? And where are you focused in on yourself as well? So, all right, guys, I'm going to finish up my warm, hot coffee and move about my day, let you guys go. However, if you have not liked my coaching page, head over and click the like button. Help me get my message out there. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I have a couple new programs that should be popping out in the next few days, so keep an eye out for those. Head over to addisonbuild.net, and I will see you beautiful people tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Love you guys. Bye.